Hey Puppy Trades! I want to do a video analysis update of the stock market. We'll talk about big tech like the Nasdaq, as well as Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Advanced Micro Devices, and Intel. We'll talk about Uranium Fuels, Berkshire Hathaway, XLF, XLI, Disney, Oral Stocks and XOP, Unifi, JetBlue, and the ARK ETF, as well as ROKU, Square Cash, PayPal, and Palantir. We'll talk about Unity Software, Netflix, and Chewy. We'll talk about clean energy like First Solar, Tesla, NEO, the Solar ETF TAN, as well as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Marathon Patent Group, and Tron. So let's get right into it. Here is the Nasdaq QQQ. It forms a wave 1 and a wave 2, goes on a big wave 3 impulse and pulls back to the 23.6% retracement of wave 3. It puts in a wave 4 low, so I believe it's within a wave 5 higher right now. This is wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5. This is wave 3 of wave 5. We're ending wave 4 of wave 5. We're going to go on a wave 5 of wave 5 higher. So wave 5 and Elliott wave 3 is the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low pretty conservatively. So the reason I have these two lines is because someone could have counted this as a 1-2, 1-2 Elliott wave nest. In that case, they would use the length of this wave 1 in orange, placed at this wave 4 low. That would give a more conservative wave 5 target of about 387. I think the more realistic and accurate target is that this whole move is wave 1. So the length of wave 1 in black, placed at the wave 4 low, gives a more accurate wave 5 target of 397. Right now, all bulls can do is say if we're above 359, we're within a wave 5 higher right now. This is wave 3, 4, and 5 of wave 5. We're going to see 387 and then 397 get reached. So 397 is a pretty important number because that means that the Nasdaq will have gone the entire length of the March to September rally in 2020, placed at the September low. So we talked about how Microsoft has done this, Nvidia has done this, Tesla did this way back in March, right? But the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 2 low. In Elliott wave theory, that gives a very important wave 3 minimum equal legs target. So it's important to note that this is a very important, level, 397. I think we're going to reach it. And I think even if we went past 397, the QQQ would still need to digest these gains. It would come back and retest that level in the future. So what I'm kind of looking for right now, generally speaking, is that the Nasdaq is going to go to 397 and kind of start digesting these gains and go sideways more so than crash. And what's really going to happen is that we're going to see some outperformance in stocks and sectors that haven't really done anything for the past 6 months. So I think that the Nasdaq will reach 397 and start to go sideways into this kind of shallow wear you out wave 4. I think that there will be new leaders in the Nasdaq, whereas we've seen Microsoft, Nvidia, and Google really steal the show as far as tech goes for the past 4 or 5 months. What we could see in the fourth quarter and the first quarter is that Apple, Tesla, and Amazon start to get more love in the tech sector. So this is the Nasdaq. I think we'll go see 397, and then as far as QQQ specifically is concerned, I'm looking for it to go sideways while IWM, the small caps and some of the industrials and some of the growth stocks that haven't really done anything since March 2020, they start to go get some money flown into them, resume their leadership. So we'll talk about that, but let's stick with big tech first. Here's Nvidia. Oh man, this is a pretty chart. It's a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3. Notice how this wave 3, when it makes a new high, it does so by making a new high on the relative strength index. That was one of many reasons why we knew this was a wave 3. The other was that it blew past that minimum wave 3 and that textbook wave 3 target. So when it pulled back to the 38.2% retracement, I came out on this day, I said, that looks like that's wave 4, and we're within a wave 5 higher right now. So how do we find the wave 5 target? Well, we took the length of wave 1, we placed it at the wave 4 low, and that's where we're flagging right now for Nvidia. So I think we're within a wave 5 higher right now in red. This is wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5. This is wave 3 of wave 5 and wave 4 of wave 5. Right now, I think Nvidia holds above 214 to about 209 and goes on a wave 5 of wave 5 higher, goes and sees 240. I think as far as Nvidia is concerned, holding it past 240, just to be completely honest, is a little dangerous because this is pretty clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. That doesn't mean anyone in their right mind would short Nvidia at 240, but I think bulls, really do kind of have to be cautious about Nvidia once we get to 240 because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves of a larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. We'll probably need to correct that cycle. Here's Apple. I think Apple's kind of the monkey wrench in the idea that tech would underperform. I think Apple, I think Tesla, and Amazon, those are going to be the 3 big tech stocks that really start to take over as far as QQQ is concerned. So here's Apple. It's a huge wave 1 and a wave 2. We go to the wave 3 target. We French kiss the 161.8% extension. We pull back to the 23.6 and 38.2% retracement. I actually deleted those fibs because I want to focus on the smaller degree count. I believe we're within a wave 5 higher right now within the cycle from this March 8th, March 5th low. This is wave 1 and wave 2. This is wave 3 and wave 4. So if we are above 141, we are within a wave 5 high right now. So this is wave 1 of wave 5, and wave 2 of wave 5 is ending at the 61.8% retracement. So we're going to go on a wave 3 of wave 5 right now. So let's talk about some of those wave 3 targets. So on the larger degree, this wave 3 is going to be the 161.8% extension of the wave 1 rally that's formed from the September quad witching date in 2020 to, that January 25th high that we talk about, with so many stocks like Tesla, First Solar, right? The solar ETF. The next area energy. I'm not correlating Apple with those, but I'm just saying that a lot of those stocks make really important highs on January 25th. So this is all wave 1. So the 161.8% extension of wave 1 I have in red is that textbook wave 3 target of 171. So now let's focus on the smaller degree count right now. The smaller degree count, you can get your glasses out and see that we're within a wave 5 higher right now. This is wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5. So I've got the 161.8% extension of wave 1 in black right here. Wave 3 of wave 5 is about 166. So I think really, pretty soon, 6 to 8 weeks, 2.5 months more conservatively, we'll see Apple go up to this 166, 171 range. For a wave 3, that's kind of where we're going to see Apple go sideways for a little bit, complete a wave 4, and go on a wave 5 higher in my opinion. But in the short term, if Apple's above 141, I think it's within a wave 5. This is wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5. Wave 3 of wave 5 is going to take it up to 166, close to 171. That's kind of the next, what the gurus would call a supply zone, I guess. So we'll see some reaction at 166 to 171 in my opinion, but it won't be the top. We'll have a shallow wave 4 correction. We'll go on a wave 5 higher. Next stop, 166, 171. The stop level for now is 141 for Apple. So that's the Apple chart. Here is Amazon. I think Amazon, Tesla and Apple, those three, right? They're going to start to kind of take over some of that money from Microsoft and Nvidia and Google in that big tech sector. So here is Amazon. It goes on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1, and ABC correction puts in a large degree wave 2. Then it forms another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, and an ABC correction ends a wave 2. So bears, if you were going to crash the market, you were going to get Amazon below 3,127, no problem. Okay, you couldn't do it. I think most likely that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 L8 wave nest. Amazon is within a wave 3 of wave 3 right now. The length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low gives and I emphasize this word, conservative wave 3 target of 3,800 and about 18. Okay, I think we're going to go blow past that level for this wave 3, have a shallow wave 4 correction. I say generally a wave 4 will conservatively retest the wave 1 high. So we're going to go explode past 3,800 for wave 3, have a shallow wave 4 correction that will conservatively retest the wave 1 high to end wave 4, and we'll go on a wave 5 higher. That will be the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low. All in all, I mean, if Amazon's above 3,172, it's basically use your imagination in my humble opinion. So we're going to go to 3,800 very conservatively, have a shallow wave 4, and go on a wave 5 higher. There will be the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low. Eventually, I'm looking for Amazon to go all the way to that 4,300 level. I think we're going to start seeing some of those targets hit pretty close to the end of the year. We'll see Amazon has reached 3,800 and then had a shallow wave 4 correction and then gone on a wave 5 higher pretty early in the 2022, very early in the 2022, and gone and reached 4,300. 4,300 could definitely be seen by the end of the year, but I think right now that 3,800 is going to be that first level where we'll go blow past it, have a shallow wave 4 correction, and then when wave 4 retests the wave 1 high, we'll look for a wave 5 to be the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low, and I'm ultimately looking for Amazon to go to 4,300. For now, the invalidation and the stop level is about 3,175 to 3,127. So Amazon's looking great. It's looking very good. It's probably one of those, just like some of the other stocks we're about to talk about, the large institutions, they're just waiting for that quarter to flip, right? Just like Nike, they wait for that quarter to flip, and then boom, Nike gaps up, 15, 16%. That third week of June. But anyway, here's Advanced Market Devices. He forms a big wave 1 and wave 2, huge wave 3 impulse, pulls back to the 50% retracement. This is whenever a wave 4 pulls back to the 50% retracement, that's the computer algorithms messing with your head. What they want you to do is call this a wave 3 or wave 4. What it more accurately is another wave 1 and another wave 2, which means everything I'm about to say is pretty conservative. But we'll talk about right now the more conservative view of Advanced Market Devices. This is a wave 1 and wave 2, huge wave 3, and then we pull back to the 50% retracement. So conservatively, this is a wave 4. If this is a wave 4, then we're not going to see the 61.8% retracement of about 98.85 get broken. Call it 98. we won't see 98.85 get broken if this is a wave 4, and we're going to go on a wave 5 higher that will most conservatively be the length of wave 1, place at the wave 4 low. That's going to take advanced market devices at least on another high above 122. I think more realistically, wave 5 would be the length of wave 3, place at the wave 4 low. We're going to see advanced market devices go all the way to 138. I think 138 gets seen, towards the end of the year. I had the end of the first quarter of 2022 originally as that conservative target, and the aggressive target was 138 by the end of the year, 136. That's looking good. This is a wave 1 and wave 2, huge wave 3 and a wave 4. I think wave 5 will take advanced market devices at least to another new high, more realistically all the way to 138. What this very well could be, if we go past the 138, we'll know is another wave 1 and another wave 2. It would need to be a little wider stop, but still it'd be a 1-2-1-2 Elliott wave nest. We're going to enter wave 3 of wave 3 right now. So AMD is looking very, very good on the larger degree. I'll remind you, this is a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3 impulse. And we pull back to the 38.2% retracement to put in wave 4. So we said wave 5 would be the length of wave 3, place at the wave 4 low. And it looks like that's where we're going. So AMD is looking good. I'm looking for 136, 138 to get reached aggressively by the end of the year. For now, I don't want to see 98 get broken. But for, the wider, higher target, that might be a little tight. Anyway, here is Intel. I love Intel. I love Micron. I love Qualcomm. I love Taiwan Semiconductors. I think that these laggard semiconductors are going to get some money flown back into them, very similar to what they did in the fourth quarter and the first quarter of 2020, right? Remember, in the fourth quarter, Micron was the stepchild of the semiconductor sector, okay? And then as soon as those quarters flip, Micron just absolutely explodes. And I think we're going to see a very similar phenomenon in the coming quarter with Qualcomm, Taiwan Semiconductors, Intel, and Micron, which I'll cover in my video on Friday for my top stocks and my top sectors for the fourth quarter. But this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1 for Intel. Then we have an ABC correction to the 61.8% retracement to put in wave 2. So I think this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2. Intel is finally starting to move. It's been accumulated for the past 2 quarters, and what's probably going to happen is that the institutions, they're just waiting for that quad witching date to flip so that they can take all these profits and put them on their fourth quarter report cards. So for Intel, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1. It gets accumulated for 2 quarters. And now it's at the 61.8% retracement. It's getting ready to go. The length of wave 1, place at the wave 2 low, will take Intel to 76. I think, 3 to 5 months from now, pretty conservatively, that's going to be reached. I don't want to see 48 or 51 go in the meantime. Intel's looking good. Uranium fuels. Let's talk about some value stocks. Because one thing that I said, recently in my recent videos was that it looked like some of these value stocks and the uranium stocks were being a leading indicator right now for what I believe was going to be sector rotation in the next quarter. So what I'm expecting right now is that the uranium stocks exploding this week was a leading indicator that we're going to rotate into the industrials, the oil stocks, and the value stocks in the fourth quarter, and in the quarter after that even. So one thing I said, I was like, look to see if the uranium stocks keep breaking out, if the oil stocks follow, and the oil stocks follow. So we'll talk about them in a second. Here's uranium fuels as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1, an ABC correction large degree wave 2. I said during the July massacre, I was going to buy uranium fuels because it was the length of wave A, place of the wave B high was where wave C ended. So I got in the length of wave 1, place of the wave 2 low, gives a minimum wave 3 target of 11. Uranium fuels just broke and exploded above the wave 1 high. So there's a lot of evidence this is in fact a wave 3 in progress. Let's talk about the bigger degree picture for uranium fuels right now. Definitely not one to chase, but eventually I'm looking for that 161.8% extension of wave 1, about 11.40 to 12.24 to end the wave 3. We'll have a shallow wave 4 correction, and we're gonna go on a wave 5 higher for UUUU. I think 11 to 12 is the next stop. I love uranium fuels. Let's talk about Berkshire Hathaway and XLF. Love these two, wave 1 and wave 2, huge wave 3 impulse. We make a new high on the relative strength index. We pull back to the 23 to 38.2% retracement. So I said, bears, get Berk B below 270 and get it below 266, and we'll start talking about your scenario, okay? It hasn't happened yet. So we're within a wave 5 higher right now. This is a wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5 that ended at the 61.8% retracement. I think we're going to see very quickly a wave 3, 4, and 5 of wave 5 take Berkshire Hathaway all the way up to the length of wave 1. placed at the wave 4 low. BRKB is the largest holding of XLF. They're the exact same chart. BRKB goes to 310, and it's unlikely the market will crash during that time. If BRKB is above 270 to 266, I'm not going to listen to the bears. I'm just not. Anyway, that's Berkshire Hathaway. It's going to 310, 2 months, 2.5 months. I'm expecting that to happen. Probably, more on the early side of that. It's going to begin an explosive wave 3 higher, hold above 270 to 266. Anyway, here's XLF. I mean, what is this? I'm supposed to call for the market to crash when XLF looks like this. This is a wave 1 and a wave 2. Huge wave 3 impulse. We pass the 161.8% extension, and then we pull back, and we go French kiss the 38.2% retracement. So you can't say that wave theory is voodoo when you're seeing that Nvidia is stopping on a dime at the 38.2% retracement, and the financial ETF is stopping on a dime at the 38.2% retracement. The length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low, is going to take XLF to 43, while Berkshire Hathaway is going to 310. XLF will not go below about 34.90. It's unlikely the market will crash during that time. Here is XLI. Love this chart. I told the bears, I said, get XLI below 98, get it below 95. We'll start talking about your scenario. It's a wave 1 and a wave 2, big old wave 3, and an ABC correction that's ending wave 4 right now between the 38.2 and the 23.6% retracement. So I said 98 was pretty tight. If the bears really wanted my attention, they would get XLI below 95. We're within a wave 5 higher right now. Until they do that, the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low, will take XLI to about 114. I think that's going to happen 2 months, 2.5 months, 6 to 8 weeks. We're going to see the industrial sector go on a wave 5 higher. We'll talk about how the oil sector is breaking out right now. Oil falling uranium, and then what happens? Oil falls uranium, and the industrials, they're going to follow oil. We'll talk about JetBlue in a second, but this is a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3 and wave 4. The length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low, says, really in a couple of months, we should see XLI has reached 114, and that it has not gone below about 95 to 98. So that's XLI. Here's Disney. Disney's finally starting to move. It's very similar to what happened with Nike. Nike was the exact same situation. It had a wear you out wave 4. It ended at the 38.2% retracement, right? It just bores you to death. And then what happens? As soon as the fourth quarter switched, right? As soon as we switch quarters, Nike just gaps up, 15, 16%. I think Disney is a very similar phenomenon. The large institutions, they've been buying this whole time, and now they're waiting for, the fourth quarter to begin so they can book all these gains and put them on their report card and say, see, I owned, Disney in the fourth quarter, boss. Let me manage money in the first quarter. This is a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3 and a wave 4 that ended at the 38.2% retracement. The length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low, will take Disney to about 216. I think that's going to happen, pretty early into the fourth quarter. Disney's looking good. Most importantly, it hasn't gone below 167. So, wave 4 is in. If we're above 167, the next conservative wave 5 target is 216. XOP, right? The oil stocks, what I say, uranium is breaking out, oil will follow. And if oil follows, then industrials are next. We're seeing that right now. Is it a coincidence? Right? Put on your tinfoil hat for a second. Is it a coincidence that all the oil stocks and all the uranium stocks, these sectors we haven't talked about for months, are starting to break out right as we change quarters? I don't think so. This is a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3. We pull back to the 38.2% retracement. We said the 50% retracement of 69 was the invalidation level. We haven't broken below it. We've reversed pretty aggressively. And I think XOP will go the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low. XOP is going to see 114. It's looking really good, and it's unlikely the market will crash during that time. And XOP reaching 114 is going to be an important level because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves from that low. So oil, they've got another leg up, right? They're following uranium. I think that the airlines, the industrials, they're next. We'll talk about JetBlue in a second. Here is Unifi. I love the inflation trade, but I can't call it the inflation trade because they told you guys that inflation was bad for growth stocks, which is messed up because the inflation stocks and the growth stocks, they're about to rally in the fourth quarter and the first quarter. But anyway, Unifi is a textile producer. It's in the inflation bucket. It's looking pretty damn good. And it's a textile producer, right? They make cotton, right? They're not, reinventing the wheel. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1 for Unifi. It pulls back to the 61.8 to 78.6% retracement to put in a wave 2. So the wave 3 target is all the way up there at 62, the 161.8% extension. I think we're within a wave 3 right now on the larger degree, and this is wave 1 and wave 2 on the smaller degree. So for the risk management, what I was saying for Unifi was I was going to turn on the Ichimoku cloud on the weekly chart, and I said if we're above the weekly Ichimoku cloud, I think we're going to get a big old bounce from Unifi. So that's what I'm expecting, and I think that's going to happen. We're going to have a huge cloud bounce off the weekly chart for Unifi. Unifi is heading into the 60s, so I think it's pretty damn good. That's UFI. Let's talk about JetBlue. JetBlue, it might be one of the grandkid ones. I mean, to be honest, right? That's just in my unprofessional opinion, right? The airlines, Boeing, American Airlines, JetBlue, they're pretty damn close to monopolies, right? Especially Boeing. And if we look right now, here's JetBlue. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1 on the all-time chart. This is a 10, almost a 10 year. It's about a 6 or 7 year bull market. Then an A, B, C correction for JetBlue, and I think JetBlue right now, it put in a massive large degree wave 2 right here at this low, about 6.61, and it began a new super cycle wave 3. So this is wave 1, this is wave 2. JetBlue's within a massive wave 3 right now. This is either a 1, 2, 1, 2 Elliott wave nest, or it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse. Either way, in the short term, I'm looking for JetBlue to take another leg higher. I think in the bigger picture, I want to see that this low of the 78.6% retracement of 12.34 to about 9.72 not get broken. We'll call it 12.34 the stop level right now. If JetBlue is above 12.34, it's a pretty one on a lot of time frames, especially the big one. This is a huge wave 1, and the ABC correction ends a large wave 2. We're in a super cycle wave 3 right now. We just talked about Unifi, the oil stocks, how the inflation trade, could come back in the fourth quarter. I think it's going to happen. I think the airlines are going to rip. JetBlue is kind of the airline of the day, that this is all a huge wave 1. ABC correction ends wave 2. Now we're within a massive wave 3. I think JetBlue will take another leg higher, 23, 26. I'm expecting, in the fourth quarter. I think more conservatively in the first quarter. I have been wrong about the airlines, but I've always liked them on the bigger picture the best, and they're still looking really damn good in that regard. Here's ARK. We have an ABC correction from the 216 high, right? Think about that 216 high, because Square Cash and Roku, two large holdings of ARK, they're both above that 216 high, or at least they broke above that 216 high. Here's an ABC correction for ARK, ARKK. We have a wave 1, and an ABC correction puts in a wave 2. If ARK is above about 113 to 110, it's going to go on a wave 3 higher. This is wave 1 and wave 2. So the minimum wave 3 target is the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low. That will take ARK to about 148. The textbook wave 3 target is the 161.8% extension, which is 154. So from there, I expect a shallow wave 4 correction before a wave 5 higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, in my opinion, will take ARK to about 177 in the next 4 to 6 months. I think 7 months more conservatively. I don't think we'll see 113 to 110 go. 110, by the way, I don't have it marked, is the 61.8% retracement of this wave 1. So ARK is looking really good. Let's talk about some holdings. Roku. I love Roku at this level. To be honest, this is a wave 1. ABC correction ends a wave 2. Huge wave 3. And an ABC correction ends wave 4 at that 50% retracement. So this could be another wave 1 and another wave 2. But more conservatively, it's a wave 3 and a wave 4. And so I said that around this level, and then we explode above the 216 high. I think this was a wave 1. We're ending a wave 2 right now at the 78.6% retracement. So Roku is within a large degree wave 5. This is wave 1 of wave 5 and wave 2 of wave 5. So if Roku is above 272, I expect an explosive wave 3, 4, and 5 of wave 5 that will take Roku into the 700s, because that's the length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low. And we can kind of see right now, this huge wave 1 is really important, because wave 1 is the measuring stick in Elliott wave theory. It's the minimum wave 5 target, it's the minimum wave 3 target, and the 161.8% extension of wave 1 is the textbook wave 3 target. So this huge wave 1 is going to lead to an even bigger wave 3, in my opinion, and that's all going to happen if we're above 272. So there's never anything that I can say that will give a 100% chance that something's going to happen. It's all risk reward, right? If Roku goes below 272, the loss is about $35, $40 per share. If it doesn't, I mean, the upside is about $300, $400 per share. In my unprofessional and unlicensed opinion, I think Roku sees 707 towards the end of the first quarter of 2022. So that's looking good. Square Cash, I love Square Cash. Here's an ABC correction from, guess when? The 216 high. What a shocker. It's in ARK with Roku, and they all form the exact same high on 216. Birds of a feather, they flock together. Here's a wave 1 for Square Cash. An ABC correction ends a wave 2. So we got to figure out what in the world is this? Well, conservatively, this is a big old wave 3 and an ABC correction that's ending at the 50% retracement. We're putting in a wave 4. Okay, more aggressively, this is another wave 1 and another wave 2. We don't even need to make that argument right now. If this is a wave 4 that's ending, Square Cash won't go below 229. And it's going to hold above 229, and it's going to go on a wave 5 higher. That will be the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low. Square Cash in the next 3 to 5 months, I expect we'll see 325, and that could be very conservative. If we're above 229, this is a wave 4, and we're going to go on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse higher. At the very least, see Square Cash at 325, possibly by the end of the year. I think PayPal is going to hit its target by the end of the year. It's almost identical, right? The 216 high, right? How surprising. It's an ABC correction, and then a wave 1 and a wave 2, huge wave 3. We pull back past the 50% retracement, right? So this could definitely be another wave 1 and another wave 2. Conservatively, it's a wave 3 and a wave 4. Square Cash won't go below 262 to 266. It will go on a wave 5 higher. That will be the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low. In the next 2, 3, 4 months, more conservatively, I expect that PayPal will reach 321. PayPal and Square Cash, I think they're both going to do very well in the fourth quarter. That fits in with that growth theme. Another thing that fits in with the growth theme, Palantir. Palantir is looking pretty damn good. All right, so on the larger degree, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1, and an ABC correction ends a large degree wave 2. And then Palantir, in my opinion, begins another wave 1 and another wave 2 that ends at the 61.8% retracement. So if Palantir is above 20.55, it's within a wave 3 of a wave 3 on the larger degree. The large degree wave 3 target is eventually 52. Okay, on the smaller degree right now, I think we have a path how we're going to get there, especially if we blow past 33. But anyway, this is a wave 1 and a wave 2. The wave 3 textbook target is 33. We have a shallow, and I emphasize the word shallow, untradeable wave 4 correction and go on a wave 5 higher. Okay, this is just a model to get what an eventual wave 5 target would be. Okay, but this is a wave 1 and wave 2, a wave 3, 4, and 5. It's going to take Palantir, in my opinion, all the way up to 42. I think 42 gets seen by the end of the year. That sounds crazy, but it's not really that crazy. If we're above 20.55, we could be above 27.50 tomorrow. That would be a wave 1 and a wave 2. Confirm that we're within a wave 3. Then we'll, from 33, have a shallow wave 4 correction, go on a wave 5 higher. Palantir is going to 42, and eventually it's going to 52. That could all happen within this cycle, but I think we have a pretty clear path how we're going to get to the larger degree destination, which is the length of wave 1, place of the wave 2 low. Palantir's another one. It's like XPEV, it's like Li Auto, recent IPO. And if it's been being accumulated by institutions for the past 6, 7, 8 months, that means they have big plans for it when it gets above, this high of about 45 for Palantir. So anyway, Palantir is going to break above 45. I think it breaks above 45 close to the end of the year and confirms that this has been being accumulated for a very long time. That's all valid if we're above 20.55. Unity Software, it's more in the evidence bucket. It's very similar to Palantir. Not the greatest setup, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, ABC correction wave 2, and then we're within a large degree wave 3 right now. So the textbook wave 3 target is 186. I think we're actually going to go all the way to the meeting of this pitchfork. Unity Software, I think, is just important because it's getting close to going past the 161.8% extension of wave 1. We'll talk about why that's important in a second, but I think right now for Unity Software, this is a wave 1 and a wave 2. We're going to have a wave 3, 4, and 5 wave higher, but I think what's important for Unity Software is about to go break above 139. We'll talk about why that's important. So that's important because in Elliott wave theory, wave C should not pass the 161.8% extension of wave 1. So if you're a bear right now for Unity Software, right, you think, Unity Software is a bubble, then what you're going to do, you're going to take, at least if you're an Elliott wave bear, you're going to take the length of wave A, what you believe is wave A, and place it at the wave B high. Right, so you're looking to short Unity Software right around these levels if you're a Elliott wave bear, okay? You're saying that this isn't wave A, this is a wave B, And we're going to look to end wave C, and the wave C won't go past 139, right? So you can call this a wave C if you're an Elliott wave bear, but as soon as Unity software goes past the length of the 161.8% extension of wave A, you can't call this a wave C anymore, or at least you're not supposed to, okay? So that's why it's important. We'll talk about that with Marathon Patent Group in a second. Once you pass the 161.8% extension of a wave, that is almost confirmed to be a wave 1, and a wave 2, or then a wave 3, 4, and 5 to the upside. It basically just confirms that a new bullish impulse began from this low, which is what we expect. We'll have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse to the upside. I think Unity software right now is leading Palantir. That's kind of the point. And I think Unity software is very close to confirming when it's above 139. It's within a new bullish impulse. We'll talk about that rule right now. So let's look at Netflix. It goes on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1. And then what it's done, it's passed the 161.8% extension of wave 1, right? So if you were a bear, right, you were looking to short Netflix, you should have stopped out at 606 because that was the 161.8% extension, right? What's happened now is that we've gone on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1. We pulled back to the 61.8% retracement and we put in a wave 2. We passed the 161.8% extension of wave 1 when we broke above 606. So 606 was the textbook wave 3 target. When we passed that level, we confirmed that we're within a new bullish impulse to the upside. We're going to end wave 4 between the 23.6 and 38.2% retracement. Typically, the high of wave 1 of 557 is going to be the invalidation level. I'll usually say for a wave 4, I don't want to see the wave 4 low close below the wave 1 high. So if we're above 555 to 560 on a closing basis, I expect that Netflix will end a wave 4 or has already ended a wave 4 and will go on a wave 5 higher. There will be the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low. We'll see Netflix head to 650, 655 very early into the fourth quarter. In my opinion, Netflix looks great. If it's above 555 to 560, the next stop is about 660, 650 for Netflix. So Netflix is looking good. It's unlikely the market will crash while Netflix and Roku and Amazon are ripping. But anyway, here is Chewy. I like Chewy a lot. It has a wave 1 and a wave 2, another wave 1, an ABC correction puts in another wave 2. So I said I've had this whole time that 64 was the invalidation level. And I had pointed out that this was a wave 1 and a wave 2 that ended at the 78.6% retracement of wave 1. So Chewy is still above 64. If it's above 64, I like it a lot that this is a wave 3 in progress. And on the smaller degree, it's another wave 1 and another wave 2. So it's another wave 3 in progress. So it's hard to see, but the 161.8% extension of this wave 1 in red is 118. That's where I expect the next stop to be for Chewy. I think that we should see 118 towards the end of the year, very early into the first quarter of 2022, if not. But this looks like a very bullish impulse right now. We're going to hold above 64 and go on a wave 1 and wave 2, have an explosive wave 3 where the textbook target is about 118, damn near going to break the wave 1 high. Confirm this is all institutional accumulation. This is all institutional basing. I mean, this is the textbook inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? But anyway, the next wave 3 target is 118. We'll have a shallow wave 4 correction and go on a wave 5 higher. I think right now, if Chewy's above 64, it's got a great risk reward ratio, and it's been being accumulated by large institutions for the past 6 or 7 months. First Solar, man, they don't get prettier than this. They don't get prettier than this. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest count for First Solar right now. This is all a huge wave 1 and wave 2. This is another wave 1 and another wave 2 that ended at the 78.6% retracement. So we said once we break above this high of about 100 and this is 112. Once we're above 112, then we're confirmed that FSLR is within a wave 3 of a wave 3 of a wave 3 of a wave 3. It's within wave 3 of a wave 3 of a wave 3 of a wave 3. Okay, but anyway, I hope that didn't confuse anybody. All I'm trying to say is that this is a wave 1 and wave 2. This is another wave 1 and another wave 2 that ended for First Solar, and we're about to break above 112 and basically just confirm that this count is correct, that we're within a wave 3 of a wave 3 right now. And First Solar, for lack of a better word, is about to explode. Okay, so let's talk about the shorter degree count right now. If we look at FSLR, this is a wave 1 and a wave 2 that ends at the 61.8% retracement. It's within a wave 3 right now. So on the smaller degree, the textbook wave 3 target is about 112.90. We'd expect from there a shallow wave 4 correction and a wave 5 higher. So I think what's really going to happen if I had to be very nitty gritty for First Solar, I think we're going to do something similar to what Pfizer did recently. We're going to go up, hit the upper bound of the pitchfork to end this wave 3. Then we're going to have a wave 4 correction that goes kind of sideways. and we're going to have a huge wave 5 impulse that's at least the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low. So I'm looking for something like this for FSLR. I hope it's not too messy, but we're going to go on a wave 3. We're going to end wave 3 above 112, have a shallow wave 4 correction, and have a wave 5 higher. FSLR looks really good right now. So remember, this wave 4 isn't tradable. It's just something, it's a model for what an eventual wave 5 target would be. But I think First Solar looks very good. It's within a wave 1, 2, 3 right now. The wave 3 textbook target is 112. That's going to be very important. That's going to take it above this 125 high. Then we'll have a shallow wave 4 correction and go on a wave 5 higher. Remember, that wave 4 isn't tradable. That's just a model to get what an eventual wave 5 would look like. If the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low is where wave 4 ends, then wave 5 would go all the way up into the 120s, the 130s eventually for First Solar. So that's looking extremely good. It's looking like what we're expecting. That we're gonna have a massive rotation. We're going to have a massive rotation into some of these electric vehicle stocks, into some of these clean energy stocks. We saw Next Era Energy and First Solar. They're racing right now. They're going to see who's going to break above the 125 high first. Will it be Next Era Energy or First Solar? I don't really care. I want to see both of them above that 125 high, because then I think Tesla bulls, they kind of get a sneak peek what's about to happen to them. But anyway, for Tesla, wave 1, wave 2, huge wave 3, and an ABC correction that ends wave 4 right around this low of 539, and then we have another wave 1 and another wave 2. So notice how this wave 4 correction ended at the 38.2% retracement. We got these big old wicks on the weekly chart. We have another wave 1 and another wave 2. We're in a wave 3 higher right now. The textbook wave 3 target is 929. So remember, that's not a tradable wave 4. This is just a model to show what an eventual wave 4 and wave 5 would look like. But the moral of the story, First Solar is about to break above the 125 high. Next Era Energy is about to break above the 125 high, and Tesla, it looks like it might sneak in from behind and beat them potentially. But anyway, Tesla's going above the 125 high. This is wave 1 and wave 2. It's going to be confirmed to be within a monster wave 3. It's probably going to blow past 929, have an untradable shallow wave 4, just get some more bears in there before a wave 5 higher takes Tesla eventually to the length of wave 3, place at the wave 4 low. I think Tesla sees 1370 by the end of Q1, and I think a lot of the clean energy stocks are going to go with it. And the fact that First Solar and Next Era Energy are exploding right now, right as we change the quarter, I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good to be a clean energy bull right now. This is a wave 1 and an ABC correction wave 2 for NEO. So I said NEO was ending a wave 2 between the 61.8 and 78.6% retracement. It would go on a huge wave 3 impulse. It's going to reach a 70, have a shallow wave 4 correction, and go on a wave 5 higher. I'm looking for 70 this year. I'm looking for 70 in 2021. Pretty early into 2022. If not, we'll have a shallow wave 4 correction and go on a wave 5 higher. This is wave 1 and wave 2. NEO is going to hold above about 30 to 30.71. It's going to hold above that level and go on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse to the upside. NEO's looking good. The next target is 70. I think we're going to see some explosive action from Cathie Wood's corner of the market. The clean energy stocks, the software stocks, they're going to become in vogue again. So follow some of those growth stock investors. They're about to look like geniuses. Okay, NEO looks great. It's heading into the 70s in pretty short order if it's above 30. The solar ETF TAN, I'm going to talk about this on the short-term count. I just wanted to point out right now, this is the same 125 high for TAN, for solar, Tesla, Next Era Energy. All right, and now one by one, they're all breaking above them. Here is the solar ETF TAN on the small degree. I just want to show this is the big wave 1. An ABC correction looks like it's ending wave 2 at the 61.8% retracement. So if we want to be a little tight, maybe a little more textbook, we can get the 78.6% retracement out and say if the invalidation level is 73, the stop level is going to be 77. And if those levels hold, we'll see TAN, the solar ETF, go on a wave 3 higher, go to the median of this pitchfork, go to the 161.8% extension of wave 1. We should see TAN reach 109 by the end of the fourth quarter, in my opinion. That this is wave 1, an ABC correction is ending wave 2. Wave 3 is going to go in at the median of the pitchfork at the 161.8% extension. And, this is kind of another thing that First Solar bulls are going to want to watch. TAN and First Solar most likely will move together and go all the way to 109, have a shallow wave 4 correction before a wave 5 higher. TAN, it looks like it has 25 points to the upside. It's looking pretty damn good. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Marathon Patent Group. I want to talk about the short-term count right now. It looks like we're turning around. So we're turning around right now. I think that this is a wave 1 and wave 2. Wave 3 and wave 4, we're going to see that Bitcoin will go on a wave 5 higher. It's going to hold above 41K. That's the stop. We'll just keep that as the stop level right now. That's the 50% retracement of wave 3. The 61.8% retracement of 38.3K is the invalidation level. Don't think we're going to even need to talk about that one, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll hold above the 50% retracement. Notice how we wick at the 38.2% retracement, all right? It doesn't matter if you believe in wave theory. The computer algorithms are programmed to follow it, okay? Anyway, this is wave 1 and wave 2. Big wave 3 and wave 4. We'll hold above the 50% retracement of about 41K, go on a wave 5 higher. The length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low. Says Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, right? And right, we kind of already know that, right? Solana, Cardano, Ethereum, came within spitting distance of doing this. But anyway, Bitcoin looks like it's next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the upside. We're gonna see Bitcoin make a new all-time high. That's gonna be a great day. That very conservatively happens by the end of the year, in my opinion, especially if this really is a wave 5. This is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. The length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low takes Bitcoin to about 65, 66K. That should happen pretty conservatively by the end of the year. My ultimate target for Bitcoin is about 90,000. Here is Ethereum. Ethereum right now is looking pretty. It's looking pretty. What can I say? This is a wave 1 and a wave 2. Huge wave 3 impulse. We pull back. More wicks at the 38.2% retracement. All right, wave theory isn't a religion. You don't believe in wave theory. You just observe it, okay? This is a wave 1 and a wave 2. Huge wave 3 impulse. We pull back to the 38.2% retracement. I said that we wouldn't see Ethereum below 2.8K, with 2.6K being the invalidation level. And the length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low says that Ethereum, surprise, surprise, is going to make a new all-time high. It's going to break above that, previous high we formed back in late to mid April. Anyway, it's going to break above that high, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the upside. It will hold above 2.8K, with 2.6K being the invalidation level. The length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low says Ethereum will reach about 5,300 towards the end of the year, pretty conservatively, while Bitcoin's going to about 66,000. And those are very conservative targets, by the way. Ethereum could just blow up to 8,000, to 6,000 is kind of the more longer term target is 6,000 and then eventually 8,000 for Ethereum. But I think right now we're going to see a wave 5 higher take Ethereum pretty conservatively early into the fourth quarter, all the way to 5,300. Here's Marathon Patent Group. I just wanted to show really that this is a wave 1 and a wave 2, big wave 3 that passes the 161.8% extension of wave 1. So that's kind of that rule we just talked about. You shouldn't call this an A, B, C correction if you're a bear. If you saw that we broke above the 161.8% extension, this is clearly an impulse in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, wave 4 is retesting the wave 1 high. We'll go on a wave 5 higher. That's going to be either the length of wave 1 or the length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low. I'm thinking it's going to be the length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low, just because that would line up with what Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing. We're going to see something like this for Marathon Patent Group. A rally to 55 to 56 is going to, take place. The longer term, bigger level for Marathon Patent Group is 75 early into 2022. Conservatively in the first half of 2022, Marathon Patent Group goes all the way to 75. Riot Blockchain goes all the way to 90. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse from this low. It's looking really good right now for Marathon Patent Group, for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. Tron is just, it's more in the evidence bucket. It's an altcoin. It's extremely risky. This is literally 12 cents. But all I want to show with Tron is that it forms a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large degree wave 1, and an ABC correction ends a large degree wave 2. And then doesn't this look very similar, almost identical to Ethereum and Bitcoin right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. We're asking right now, is Ethereum and Bitcoin going to go on a wave 5 higher? All I'm trying to show with Tron is that it's already gone on this wave 5 higher. Why is that important? Why do we care about Tron? Because if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse, it really helps to confirm that this is in fact a very important low that we put in on June 22nd for a lot of cryptocurrencies. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves impulse. This low, in my opinion, of about 4 cents, 4.5 cents, will never get broken. Tron's in a new bullish impulse. I'm looking to buy a dip, but more importantly, I'm looking to see that this is a lot of confirmation. We have begun a new bullish impulse in crypto, and that this is kind of a generational dip that we had that ended in June.